Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Asha Knows Best, and today we're gonna get right on into it. So I wanted to talk about the incident with Remy Ma and her son, like her going to visit her son at the courthouse, and I thought that that was ridiculous. I really do. I thought that was very classless, very poor tasted. Like it was just disgusting to see her act so rowdy and ghetto for what? I see why Papoose got with Clarissa, because he know that Remy Ma is very got a lot of loose screws. So she's willing to go off at any moment, and he know he gonna have some kind of chick that's willing to go toe to toe, because she don't mind being a crash out. I mean, even at this big age, she's still a crash out. And honestly, is are you guys really shocked why she's going through all this? Like, look at her energy she's putting out. But anyways, this is just my opinion on the situation, on how I felt about it, and I want you guys to hear what other people felt about it. And I want to hear what you guys felt about it in the comment section below. Please remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Asha knows best.
Yeah, okay. We could test her right now. Right now. Right now, ugly. Everything. Say to beat you up too. Try to beat you up. Come downstairs. You know you in front of the courthouse trying to act like you're tough. So, yeah, stop. Yeah, let's go around the corner. Let's go around the corner. Come on, let's go around. Say to beat Watch. Yeah, okay. We could. Who does that? Who does that? At the end of the day, I'm the victim. And you don't have to care about what your son did. You do not have to care. But come to court and be respectful. Period. I've been through the same shit. When I did something or people said I did something, I was in court quietly. I'm going to hear what the judge say. Whatever it is what it is. But I'm not going to be acting like somebody else did something to me. I ain't do nothing to you, sweetie. So what you mad for? I can never see my father again. You could still see your bum ass son. Like, stop. I don't care. So since y'all wanted to hear the story, that's the story. Remy been ice grilling me for the 2 little times that she came to court for her fucking son. Okay? We're not gonna have the Mother of the Year award. You're not getting that. Okay? You're not. With your son having $120 on his account. Stop playing with me. Y'all never gonna play with me. Scared of nobody. The fuck? When I told that bitch to come downstairs, I meant come downstairs. But when I thought about it, I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not about to get locked up in front of no fucking courthouse. I've been locked up already. Like, y'all got me fucked up, bitch. Come around the corner. Like, stop playing with me. I don't need to chase no clout, bitch. I've been the clout. This bitch only been to court twice. And the 2 times that she came to court, she was fucking ice grilling me like she had a fucking issue. And that's what happened 2 days ago. And I asked her what happened. Fuck is y'all talking about? I don't need to fucking chase that bitch or say nothing to her. I don't care about her. I didn't even know who the bitch was when I seen her. The only reason why I realized it was her is because I felt somebody staring at me. And when I looked, it was her grilling me and my whole family. And I'm like, what happened? Like, what the heck? Who does that?
You've been to prison for pew-pewing somebody, and now your son is on trial for allegedly sending some man for a dirt nap. The last thing you need to be seen doing is having an argument with that man's daughter. Church! Remy Ma was seen having a verbal altercation outside the courthouse with Jasmine Dior. Now, Jasmine is the daughter of the man who Remy's son is accused of murcating. And Jasmine say that Remy was mean mugging her, and it escalated from there. Now, there's footage online showing an altercation between the two of them, where Remy calling Jasmine's jewelry fake, Jasmine calling Remy ugly, Remy talking about ugly wear. But we don't know, Remy's side of the situation, nor do we truly know the origins of the altercation. However, we do have a photo of Remy being detained outside the courthouse following the altercation. Damn it, man. Now, we don't know if Remy was arrested or if she was just detained to de-escalate the situation. But in any case, Remy, this is not good, okay? Now, let me give you some helpful advice. In the world that we live in, perception is 9/10 reality. And the first thing people gonna think when they see you having an argument with this man's daughter is that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, okay? Now, you got enough money to have security surrounding you from your car to the courthouse, from the courthouse back to your car, okay? You should not be talking to anybody. It should be a Chinese wall. No information in, no information out. And if you can't abide by that, then the best thing for you to do for your son is to write a check for his legal defense and stay your ass at home. Now, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this situation.
I also know that Remy Ma's son was on trial for unaliving somebody. A video of Remy Ma and the daughter of the man that was unalived is now circulating the internet, and it's of the two ladies going back and forth in front of the courthouse. On everything, it's probably going to be the most New York thing you've seen today. Everybody knows you can't tell somebody from New York, I'm finna beat you up, and not be about it. If you're going to say that with all your chest and all your might, you need to be ready for what's coming next. Remy Ma put everything down. She was ready to go to war. Remy's son, Jason Scott, was charged with multiple counts of murder and criminal possession of a weapon connected to the death of a 47-year-old. You can clearly tell there was a whole bunch of misplaced anger going on in that video. Remy's mad that her son is wrapped up in stuff like this. The daughter of the dad who passed away, like, I'm sure she's upset that her dad is gone. Trying to fight in front of the courthouse has got to be pure insanity. These ladies are running on nothing but emotion. Did anyone else know that Remy Ma's son was on?
At this point, I think we're kind of aware of what's going on with Remy Ma in front of the courthouse with, I guess, the victim's daughter or mother, whatever. My thing is, yeah, okay, because it is one thing to dislike somebody, and then it is completely different for you to feel like just because their child did something to somebody else, it is acceptable for the victim's parent, child, family member, friend to come and start harassing me. Like, it's okay to empathize with somebody because you understand that the pain that your family member may have caused them, but at the end of it is a loss on both sides. But under no circumstances am I going to come to a courthouse and then the victim's family member is outside of the courthouse waiting for me to start harassing me, cursing me out, and then think that I'm not supposed to say nothing. Are y'all okay? And I don't know not one person. First and foremost, her son hasn't even been found guilty. Let's start there. And no matter how you feel, like, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Everyone take a look at Remington Ma. She's supposed to be showing up to court to support her son, but yet she's having a verbal altercation with the daughter of the man her son is accused of killing. How? In a video that has now gone viral, Remy Ma and the daughter of the victim can be seen matching each other's energy with verbal assaults.
Right now.
Many fans flooded the comments accusing the daughter of the victim of clout chasing, coming to the court only to trick Remy Ma out of her position.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
This is what she had to say.
Girl, like, you would have thought I did something to you. Realistically, I can never speak to my father again.
In my humble, unpopular opinion, if you're churning out you're committing crimes, messing up the community, you responsible for that. Not only in the juvenile courts, but in the adult courts also. So you're not about to sit here and say Remy ain't responsible for what her son did. Yes, she is.
That was easy.
Should she have shown more compassion and understanding for the grieving daughter? Yeah, why wouldn't she? You a parent. You could go visit your son. She'll never see her father again. So you could have started at that base, humane level of understanding. But this is the world we're in. We promote wicked behavior because we idolize the person doing it. I won't participate. Remy, you was wrong, and that's how I feel.
Remy was going to court for her son. Girl, I didn't know the son was locked up allegedly for unaliving somebody. There's a shock to me. I think Remy might need the prayer warriors. But what really, really got me engaged in that video was that the person who was unalived daughter was there. Why she was on Remy like white on rice, baby. She wanted Remy. But she didn't realize that Remy was about that life. I said, Lord, y'all got to remember that Remy did time. Y'all got to remember that Remy friend stole from her and she pew the friend in the fucking toes thinking that she had a scene from Harlem Nights. That's the truth. Now, here's my thing about that little girl who called herself want to go hands to hands. Because she told Remy, let's go around the corner. Remy said, come on. But Remy went down them stairs like she was a motherfucking superhero. And she on that long-ass dress. Remy said, come on. Bitch, I would have thought Remy was rocking the way she ran down the motherfucking steps. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better leave people alone. And Remy got a lot going on. I know Remy got some pain in her heart, baby, because that's Remy's only child. And I know, well, that's not her only child, but you know that's her oldest child. I know Remy didn't want that for her child. So why are you around here fucking with that lady? And if her child did allegedly do the crime, it's not up to his mother to get the backlash behind it. Y'all got to understand that and leave people alone, because you never know what people going through. Y'all go watch that Remy Ma video.
Been out here looking crazy ever since she got caught cheating on Papoose with that little short battle rapping guy. Why are you outside of a courthouse trying to fight with the daughter of the man who your son unalived? Like, where is your mental at? What happened? Okay, you know when they say when you lose a good thing, like, girl, you just been out here looking crazy upon crazy upon crazy. Okay, I would tell you to get your man back so you can start living right again, but I feel like karma is kicking your ass.
He would have never even let anybody get that close to Remy or even feel comfortable enough to even say anything to her. Remy may have called him ugly and a professional bag carrier. However, he would have been right at that courthouse with his wife supporting their son. I'm just saying.
Remy Ma's video of her being apprehended at the courthouse for getting into it with the person her son unalived's daughter. It's just a prime example. It's a prime example as to why her son is in the predicament that he's in now. At the end of the day, Remy still to this day chooses violence. She still has something to prove in several ways. She does not have a personality or a character. Her money talks for her. And that's a prime example of when you let your money go before you. What happens? She literally told that girl her watch was fake. What? We tell somebody lose their life and you worried about who watch is real and who's fake. And whether it was or was not fake, she better than me, because I would have been like, okay, bet. And she would have been in another courtroom, because now I'm suing, because since you got so much money and I'm just dirt poor, run me some, because you did take away my father who could have financially helped me at one point in time, so give me that. I know some people don't believe in generational curses, or when people get a certain age, you know, it's up to them to make a difference, and you're right, so to speak. It is up to them to make a difference, but I guarantee you, whatever demon that you haven't conquered and they have not lived to see you conquer or experience you conquer will come back and whisper in their ear. Now, it is up to them to whether they bite or not, but at the end of the day, one cannot be disappointed if that's all that they've shown them. Furthermore, you can tell that she lacks accountability, because I remember in the interview when her son had gotten into some other trouble, she basically told him, hey, you making what Nicki Minaj said look true when she said, what type of mom leave their son for a stack? Now, I know at that time she was trying to make a, turn for the better when she had first got out of jail, but at the same time, again, what have he experienced is like his mom was behind bars for, doing what she did. She get out, she messed up, and then now, she's going to see me when I'm dealing with my own situation at this point, and she's still on it. Listen, if ain't nobody ever told you mothers, young mothers, even fathers out there this, I'm gonna tell y'all this. And this is coming from somebody who don't mind, and I only by the grace of God that I've kept certain jobs and, been able to still maneuver how I maneuver, because I've definitely spazzed out on a whole lot of people in the less ideal moments. But it came a point in time where I knew I had to change, and when I changed, everything else changed. Because you cannot bring the streets to corporate America, whether you want to be a business person, you cannot beat everybody who you feel like disrespected you, who steal from you, so on and so forth. You will lose everything. Furthermore, if you have children, it's okay to teach them how to take up for themselves, but once they got that understood, then you start teaching them emotional intelligence. When is the time to react? Is it even time to react? What's the outcome of what I'm about to do? Stop for a minute and breathe. If you believe, then pray. And when it comes to that praying, remember, God is real clear about vindicating yourself and letting him do the vindicating. And I will say from experience, over time, that has helped me with not reacting in places where I could lose a lot, where I have a lot to lose, or where my children may be absent from me for a significant amount of time.
And I tell you, each time that I give it to him, he spin the block like to the point to where I'm asking for mercy for them people. He always makes sure he do it in front of me, or when it's being done, he reminds me of the things that were done to me, so that I can, have a, feel like, okay, he's showing me that, hey, I got you. I understand you might think I go too hard or whatever, but every single time, what's the point? A lot of times, if you have anything going for yourself, anything about you, or you know what I'm saying, just something that under the next person feel like they don't have access to. Mind you, it's not money, because everybody has access to money. Now, whether they go and get it or they do what they got to do to get it is another thing. But money is not the biggest point of jealousy. The biggest point of jealousy is literally you. I heard a lady say, and I thought it was the best thing for this sort of situation. They're not jealous of your money or what you have. They're jealous of you. Your light, your presence, your ability to shake back from anything. You literally being unbothered in situations that are meant to trigger you. You literally sitting back watching them proceed to try to trigger you, to trick you at your spot, and you overlooking it. Okay, that is power, that is strength. Once you get out that street mentality, you don't win with that mentality nowhere else, and you really don't win in the streets. So sometimes it's okay to let people make it for your kids' sake, because you don't want them growing up being like you, number one, crash out, knowing that they can't do anything with their future with that mentality, especially not in 2025. So be mindful of these things, y'all, when y'all feel like y'all gotta retaliate. I know it is hard, don't get me wrong, but above all else, if you're going to teach your kid how to defend themselves, teach them emotional intelligence. Not what to think, but how to think. Peace. Remy Ma's video of her being apprehended at the courthouse for getting into it with the person her son unalived's daughter is just a prime example. It's a prime example as to why her son is in the predicament that he's in now. At the end of the day, Remy still to this day chooses violence.
So hold up, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Remy Ma's son gunned down my little cousin's father in a murder for hire plot for some money. Meanwhile, his mother's rich. Remy sees the daughter of the deceased at court, and instead of apologizing to her and saying, hey, I know I'm old enough to be your mother, I'm so sorry for what my son did to your father, because I was a millionaire that didn't give him any money, so somebody else offered him money and you offed her father, and y'all feel like Remy is not to be held with any responsibility?
Get herself together, okay? I understand, you jump off and you pop off fast and you don't mind going back and forth with people. And I speak from experience because I feel like I was the same way. And I found myself in a lot of trouble. I actually had 10 charges from getting in the street, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth with people, let's just say that, you know what I'm saying, fist to fist. And I remember the judge told me, you're going to have to keep your hands to yourself, because if not, the next time you come in front of me, I'm going to put you in jail. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And I actually went to jail, you know what I'm saying, behind in the club clowning and throwing bottles and whoop this, and was on Crime Stoppers. I said that to say you got to learn how to control yourself. Some stuff you just got to overlook. Now let me say this too, when it comes down to the young lady that her daddy passed away, Remy don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel sorry, but don't look for anything from her. Her loyalty is with her son. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, it's like it is what it is. I'm sorry for what happened to your daddy, and it probably shouldn't have happened to your daddy. But if you're looking for anything sympathy from Remy, she don't have to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Let God deal with them at the same time. You're going to set yourself up for failure and hurt looking for her to feel sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? So Remy probably missed her child court day. Her child was probably wondering why she wasn't at court. You embarrassed yourself, and now everybody talking about you all over social media. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop putting yourself in these type of situations. You got to ignore and just move on. You know what I'm saying? People pulling out their phones. You don't know where these videos could go. It's really embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, sometimes you got to be the bigger person. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed, J-Lo.